Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Giggity, real name is Mark, and in today's video, we have the finale of our series, ranking every single gun in every single Call of Duty game from worst to best in chronological order, which obviously means that we are at Black Ops 6, the newest Call of Duty game. We are going to be ranking all 46 Call of Duty Black Ops 6 guns from worst to best. I want to make this abundantly clear. I am recording this video at the time when the Seth Rogen thing just dropped, and so the newest weapon is the Ladra. So any weapon that gets added into Black Ops 6 after this will obviously not be in this video. So if anybody watches this a year from now and they're like, "Where's that gun? Where is the Galil remastered for the 17th time?" It's not here because it wasn't out at the time I made this video, you big dingleberry. Also, we're not ranking this based on Warzone at all, just multiplayer, because I only play multiplayer. I'm not a Warzone guy. I've played Warzone maybe 2 or 3 times in my entire life. I'm going to be 100% honest. I've never liked Warzone. I don't like Battle Royales in general. I didn't like Fortnite, didn't like Apex Legends. I'm not a Battle Royale kind of guy, so I just like multiplayer. And we're going to be ranking them based on my opinion in multiplayer. And yeah, that's another thing, is just rank it on my personal opinion. I'm not a professional gamer, obviously. As a matter of fact, you guys are going to see very soon, or if you actually go and check out my most recent videos, shameless plug, on my road to master prestige in every Call of Duty series, you can see that I'm not a professional player. I'm a very average, mid-tier Call of Duty player, so it's just my personal preference. However, yeah, the weapons that are better do tend to be towards the top of my list, just because I do obviously like using good guns. They're fun to use, in my opinion. And also, we're not ranking any of the grenades or melees or kill streak holdable weapons or campaign only weapons or zombies, wonder weapons, just multiplayer primary and secondary guns, because otherwise it would be like 100 guns that, and some of them most people probably wouldn't even care about. We're splitting it up into 6 tiers: the awful tier, bad tier, average tier, good tier, amazing tier, and the best tier. And song of the day is called "Say It Right" by Nelly Furtado. It is a girly song from the early 2000s for sure, but I don't care. Around this time of year, I love listening to this kind of music. Not around the huzz, that's for sure, but around the bruz, yeah, we're listening to this kind of stuff because it bangs, it slaps, it's amazing. Also, really quick, before we get into the video, I know I already wasted 2 minutes of your time. I have a rambling problem. Please go check out my YouTube Shorts. I have been uploading YouTube Shorts on this channel now. I've only uploaded, I think, 3 right now, but God, I'm having so much fun making the YouTube Shorts, and you guys already seem to be liking them a little bit, so I would like some feedback if you guys are enjoying those YouTube Shorts, or if you guys are not enjoying those YouTube Shorts, and you're like, "You are the biggest idiot I've ever seen." Let me know. I'd like to see it. Either way, let's get right into it with number 46, the worst gun in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And now I want to make it abundantly clear that because of skill-based damage, yeah, that's right, I'm a conspiracy theorist, alright? I don't care. I believe it's in there. I've played Call of Duty since Black Ops 1, and there are so many times in Black Ops 6 where it's like, that guy should have been dead. There's a 0% chance he wasn't dead, and for some reason he's just still alive. So you're gosh darn tootin' right that I believe that there's skill-based damage in these games. So because of that, a lot of these guns, it kind of just depends on if skill-based matchmaking, we'll call it that for right now, for all the deniers out there, is on your side or not. So either way, coming in at 46th place is the HE1. This is a non-lock-on launcher, and when I was getting dark matter in this game, I wanted to pull my hair out whenever I was using the HE1. It sucks. The only good part about this game is that there's only 2 launchers, and the other one's actually pretty good. And that is the Sigma 2B coming in at 45th place. It's good. It's a good launcher. I really like this launcher, but obviously it's still a launcher, so it's not going to get any higher because launchers are not that great weapons in the grand scheme of things. But this is the type of launcher that I like. You can dumbfire it, but it also locks on to kill streaks if you want to use it to take down kill streaks. Is the HE1 slightly faster in terms of killing enemies? Sure. But it's horrendously bad at taking down kill streaks. As a matter of fact, the HE1 deserves its own tier. The HE1 tier, or just the actual butt cheek tier that will make you want to pick your nose hairs out. It's not a good gun at all. The Sigma 2B is at least somewhat useful though. And coming in at 44th place, on the other hand, is going to the D1.3 sector. It's the D13 sector, gosh darn it. I don't know why they had to add a dot there to be all cool. It's the disc gun from Black Ops 3. They finally added it back, which was actually kind of cool because everybody kind of liked it in Black Ops 3. Everybody was like, that's so cool, but nobody ever really got to use it because it was a supply drop weapon, and they had 17 supply drops weapons back in Black Ops 3, and you could never get one, so no one really got to use it back then. And they finally added it back in Black Ops 6 for everybody to use, and people were having pretty good amount of times with it. It's a fun gun. It's definitely fun. Is it like a viable option to get like kill streaks with and win games with? No, you're not going to use it in like a competitive setting, and that's why it's here in the awful tier, because it is awful in the grand scheme of like actually using it. But in terms of having fun, getting some fun clips with your buddies, yeah, it's cool. I'm happy it's back. Coming in at 43rd place is pretty much the exact same thing, except it is a little bit more of a viable option than the D13 sector, the nail gun. The nail gun, for those who don't know, it's just as bad as it sounds. It shoots nails out of it. And you know, I saw this one comment that was like, hey, the Home Depot build is finally done because you can run around with a nail gun and a drill. And that's true. That is true. I guess that's a selling point to use a nail gun. But besides that, there's really no point in using it. Besides, again, having fun, getting funny clips, and killing people with a nail gun is obviously will never get boring. And so that's cool and everything. But yeah, it's pretty much like take an SMG, but just make it have like the worst bullet velocity of all time, and that's pretty much what the nail gun is. And coming in at 42nd place is the first actual bullet gun in this game and is horrendously bad. It made me want to pull my hair out yet again. The SVD. Why do they add these, man? I've explained it 700 times before. Every Call of Duty has that one sniper rifle that I cannot picture a single human being ever actually wanting to use, but for some reason they add them anyway, where it's a semi-auto gun that has a pretty good amount of recoil and almost never one-shots, and it's usually the Dragunov, by the way, and that's pretty much what the SVD is. It's a Dragunov, but they're not calling it that because of copyright issues, I guarantee it, but that's what it is. Who likes these guns? Why does Call of Duty add these all the time? Like, think of Black Ops 2. Think of all the snipers in that game. The DSR, Ballista, XPR, and then the SVU. Think of freaking Ghost. You got the USR, Lynx, LM115, and then the VKS. Like, no one likes those guns. Coming in at 41st place, however, barely missing out in the top 40, is going to the DM10. I've mentioned this in every single one of these ranking videos so far, but I'm not a marksman rifle kind of guy. I don't like the playstyle that surrounds marksman rifles. I don't like single fire guns. I am horrible at aiming, so I need a gun that's full auto. That way I can miss a couple shots. I never like them, and the DM10 is a single fire DMR style gun. On top of all of that, there is just a significantly better version of like a single shot DMR in this game over the DM10. I don't understand why anybody would ever use this over, I'll just spoil it now, the Sarkov. I don't get it. I don't get why you would ever use this over the Sarkov. It makes no sense. As somebody who got Dark Matter, the Sarkov is 10 times better. And breaking its way into the top 40, that was a sad breaking its way though, by the way, because I'm not excited to talk about this gun. And the final one for the awful tier is the Goblin Mark II. It's the exact same thing as the DM10, but just slightly better because it has less recoil. That's like, dude, it makes it even more offensive that they added the DM10 since this gun exists. What is the difference between the Goblin Mark II and the DM10? Can someone explain it to me? The Goblin Mark II is just better in every single way. Now, it's still horrible, and I still don't want to use this. It is by far the worst assault rifle in this game. It is bad. Nobody likes this gun. But at least it's like a slightly viable option when the DM10 just eat my dookie. Alright, but now we're into the bad tier. And the weapons in this tier, yeah, they're not meta. You're not using them. If you're only going to use them to get dark matter on them, and that's probably it. In zombies, some of these are actually pretty good, though. As a matter of fact, the first one is really good in zombies. It's 39th place. The first one for the bad tier is a GS45. The GS45, for those who don't know, in zombies, once you pack a punch, it becomes the Mustang and Sally's that we all know and love. That's right. You start shooting grenades out of it, which is pretty cool. But in multiplayer, it's horrendous. It's really bad because it has a capped fire rate. Pistols with a capped fire rate are never good. I'm just putting it out there. They're never good unless they're like the Deagle and they hit like a truck. This gun does not hit like a truck. It does have a capped fire rate. It has a pretty decent amount of recoil. Why would you ever use a GS45 over any of the other pistols? Coming in at 38th place, thank God this gun is bad, because if it was good, it would have been a nightmare to deal with. It's the Maelstrom. Even on small map, okay, so for those who don't know, it's the full auto shotgun. It's this game's Brecci, right? And normally, those guns are absolutely broken on small maps, and then if they're broken on the regular maps, that's when they're overpowered and need to be nerfed. But the vast majority of the time, they're just broken on the small maps. Luckily for us, the Maelstrom isn't even broken on the small maps. It's just not good on any map. It's bad. It's horrendously bad. It's a pretty bad gun. And again, it's another one of those instances where I was like, I'm actually fine with that, because if this was broken, I would be angry. Coming in at 37th place, I don't understand why you would ever use this. It's the GPMG7. Yep. This gun exists. I know you forgot about it, but it exists. It's like a really fast firing LMG, which sounds good on paper, but it actually shoots pieces of paper out of it. Like, to say it was a pea shooter would be giving it credit. Peas would hurt more than being hit by the bullets out of a GPMG7. It just does no damage whatsoever, and that's obviously not good. Even if it does have a fast fire rate, it does have a pretty high recoil pattern as well, and it's still an LMG, so it's really slow to handle. As a matter of fact, it feels super slow to handle, especially compared to some of the other LMGs in this game. It's just not good enough. Coming in at 36th place is fine. I don't mind it. You know, I'm happy with where it is. If it was like more broken, I think I would just be more mad. The Siren 9mm, it's like kind of like almost like a older version of the FMG 9s from Modern Warfare 3 almost. It's like the best way I can describe it. It's a full auto secondary special weapon that like seems like you could just fold it up and put it in your pocket like a phone for some reason. but it's obviously doesn't do enough damage to actually be like used as a primary. Like you could get away with it, I guess. It shoots really slow though. It's not as good as you would think it is. Coming in at 35th place, yeah, it's just as bad as the original one was. It's the TR2, which is clearly based off of an FAL, and the FNFAL from Black Ops 1. Well, actually, the original FAL was in... Was it actually in COD 4? I know it was in Modern Warfare 2, but was it in COD 4? Either way, it was bad. It's always been bad except for the FAL OSW in Black Ops 2, and it's bad in this game. It's just another single shot DMR that's... I don't really understand why you would use it. Now, it does have a full auto attachment for it, I believe, so I guess you can, get away with using it now, but I don't understand why you would. And going from one of the slowest firing guns in the game to one of the fastest firing guns in the game, coming in at 34th place, I might ruffle some feathers with this one. People might get a little flustered. It's the Compact 92, because again, people on people that play like Nuketown 24/7 in this game are going to be like, what? The Compact 92 is always on Nuketown. Any other map, and this gun is just horrendous. The range drop off is absolutely insane, and it already doesn't do enough damage up at close. It runs out of ammo way too fast. It has an insane recoil pattern. Sure, it's a pretty fast, but it's an SMG. Every SMG in this game is pretty fast handling, and yes, it shoots faster than the vast majority of the other SMGs, but not by enough to make it worth it. It's just a pea shooter. It gets so many hit markers. You will shoot 8 people. This is one of the weapons where if you don't believe in skill-based matchmaking or skill-based damage, my bad, use this. Use this gun, and then you'll be like, okay, yeah, I see what they're saying now. This gun will sometimes 3-shot and then sometimes 10-shot. It's stupid. Coming in at 33rd place, however, is going to be going to another DMR. Much better, though. The SWAT 556. A good remaster. The SWAT, I'm going to be 100% honest, the SWAT from Black Ops 2, I did not like. The SWAT in Black Ops 4, I did not like. And I really don't like the SWAT 556 in this game. I'm just not a SWAT guy, I guess. I just am not a big fan of them. But this is definitely one of my favorite versions of it, for sure. It is a 3-round burst DMR, like, yet again. There is a much better 3-round burst DMR in this game, so that's, kind of why it's all the way down here in the bad tier. There's no real reason in using it. But overall, it's definitely better than a single fire DMR. I'd rather use this than the freaking DM10 or the TR2, that's for sure. And coming in at 32nd place is, talk about a fall from grace, it's going to the AS Val. Yeah, the last time we saw an AS Val in COD was in Modern Warfare 2019, and in Modern Warfare 2019, it was one of the most broken guns of all time, especially at launch, when it could literally shoot through 17 buildings. For some reason, it was the most ridiculously broken gun at launch of all time. I remember playing Search and Destroy Modern Warfare 2019 when the AS Val first came out. You would spawn in and immediately die. I'm not even joking. Like, those who know, if you know type deal. But it was broken. In this game, it's just not good, though. It kind of reminds me a lot of the Compact 92, but in assault rifle form, where it just doesn't do enough damage. It has an insane recoil pattern and has a huge range drop off, especially for an assault rifle. And it only has 20 bullets at start, so you have to put an extended mag on it. Like, it's just not good. Coming in at 31st place, barely missing out on the top 30, and the final one for the good tier, or the bad tier, my bad, no, definitely not the good tier, bad tier, before we get into the average tier, is the 9mm PM. This is your starting pistol in this game. It reminds me a lot of the Makarov from Black Ops 1, and it's fine. It doesn't have a capped fire rate like the GS45 does, so it's just better than that gun in every single right. Yeah, it's not as good as the Strider, though. The Strider is just better. The 9mm PM is a fine starting weapon, but the second you unlock a new pistol, you're probably going to replace it. Especially since the second pistol you unlock in this game is the Grekova, and you would definitely replace the Grekova for the 9mm PM. Alrighty, lads. Now we are into the average tier. So the guns in this tier, you can get away with them. Sometimes they're really good on like a certain map or whatever, but overall they're definitely not meta. You know what I mean? They've never have been meta in this game, and they probably never will be meta. These are the ones that like 5 years from now, people are going to be like, do you remember this gun from Black Ops 6? I forgot all about it. You know what I'm saying? These are those guns. Coming in at 30th place, breaking its way into the top 30 as a matter of fact, is the GPR 91. This is a LSW L85A2 style gun. And I love these guns in terms of their design, but they're never good in COD. They never really have been, and it's kind of unfortunate, honestly. It's a bullpup, and I like bullpups, but it's just like a really weak AR compared to the other ones. Coming in at 29th place, I'm going to get some freaking hate for this one. Dude, I'm sorry, I don't like it. I've tried it 5,000 times. I got dark matter on it. I got gold on it in zombies. I don't understand the hype behind it. It's the Tanto 22. The Tanto 22 is a super slow firing SMG that's supposed to 3-shot. It does not 3-shot for me, though. It takes 5 or 6 shots every time I want to kill somebody with the Tanto 22. It is so frustrating. And then it handles weird. I know it doesn't like actually handle weird, but it feels weird. Like running around with the Tanto 22 feels different. It feels like I can't slide correctly like I can with normal SMGs in this game. It doesn't, I don't like it. I never liked the Tanto. I don't understand what all the hype is about it. It's in my average tier. Coming in at 28th place, however, is just by far the best single-fire DMR style gun in this game, the Sarkov 7.62. The Sarkov does have one problem, and that is that it does have a capped fire rate. Uh-oh, I thought you hated capped fire rates. I do. I do not like capped fire rates. I like to be able to just spam your trigger, and the DM10 does have that over the Sarkov, so why do I like it so much better? It has a significantly better recoil pattern and can one-shot in the head. That's pretty good in this game. I'm going to be 100% honest, especially if chances are this is what you're going to be doing. You're only using these guns to get the camos so that you can get dark matter, and all you need to do is get headshots. It's very, very helpful to have a gun that one-shots in the head, even in core game modes. This is one of the only guns that I had to use in core rather than hardcore, and that felt fun. Coming in at 27th place, though, is only slightly better than a 9mm PM, by the way, in my opinion. The Strider 22. It's just this is like a super fast-firing, but low damage, low recoil pistol. You know what I mean? It's got a small caliber bullet, and so it doesn't do the most damage out there, but it's very, very fast to handle. And if you're going to be 100% honest, obviously everybody's just going to use the Grekova as their secondary pistol in this game, and the only reason why we would ever use these guns is just to get gold on them, and you're probably going to use them in hardcore to have fun. Well, in hardcore, the Strider 22 is clearly the best option because of how fast it fires and how low of a recoil pattern it has. It's just clearly the best option out there, in my opinion, for single fire ones. Coming in at 26th place, it's a little bit of a letdown. It's not the biggest letdown, but it definitely wasn't as fun as I expected it to be. The AMR Mod 4. It's the Barrett 50 cal. Every COD has had a Barrett 50 cal, and every time the Barrett 50 cal comes out, I like it. It's a fun gun to use, so don't get me wrong. And in this game, it's still fun. Sniper rifles are just fun to use in general, especially when they can one-shot SVD. And the AMR Mod 4 does one-shot. It's a semi-auto shot sniper as well, so you can spam it and stuff like that and get away with that. But overall, is it like broken or anything? No, it's unfortunately too slow, just like every other Barrett 50 cal has been in the history of Barrett 50 cals. They're just too slow when you compare them to the other snipers. Coming in at 25th place might be a little bit of a hot take. Let me know if you guys think this is a bit of a hot take now, but I don't really think it's actually that great. It's the XM4. It's your starting assault rifle in this game, and it's, again, just like every other COD has ever been in history, just a well-rounded assault rifle. It does everything okay, but doesn't do anything great, and that's usually enough to put it towards the top of the list. But in Black Ops 6, it doesn't feel like enough. The XM4 just feels like it's very, very weak when you compare them to other assault rifles in these games, especially since almost every assault rifle in this game has like no recoil, and that's like kind of the XM4's whole selling point. Coming in at 24th place is another semi-auto shotgun, definitely miles better than the Maelstrom though, the ASG 89. Now this one's not full auto. You cannot just hold the trigger down and just start spraying enemies with it. It is semi-auto, so you got to tap it, but it is just so much better. The Maelstrom might, like, okay, if you're standing 10 feet away from a guy, the Maelstrom might like 5-shot him. You might have to shoot him 5 times and then you can kill him. The ASG will 2-shot him. And yes, it's semi-auto, so you don't get to just hold it down, but I mean, dude, how hard is it to just tap it twice? You know what I mean? It's not the end of the day, end of the world. And for such a significant damage difference, the ASG is so much better. And you can have a drum mag on the ASG. I know you can have that on the Maelstrom too, but it holds more in the ASG. It's just a better shotgun overall. It's not broken though. Yes! Coming in at 23rd place. And the final one for the average tier, before we get into the good tier, is the PU-21. I don't know why they named it that. They were big idiots for naming it that, because even if this gun was really broken, everybody was just going to be like, oh, it's stinky because of the name PU-21. And that's exactly what I think of it whenever I think of this gun. It's the RPD, for those who don't know. It's an RPD remastered, obviously. Is it better than the GPM G7? Sure, but LMGs in this game are actually not that bad, which is honestly a good thing, because normally they're pretty horrible. In this game, they're not that bad, and you can actually kind of get away with using them. You're not going to use the PU-21 over the other two, though. It's just, there's no point. But now we are into the good tier. So guns in this tier are overall, you can definitely get away with using them. You're going to have a little bit of fun. You won't get super frustrated, but you're definitely not going to be top of the meta. You know what I'm talking about? And coming in at 22nd place is the Ladra, the newest SMG. Actually, they just added it like literally 2 days ago. I've only played with it 1 time, so keep that in mind. I haven't had the biggest experience with the Ladra just yet, so maybe I'm mistaken in my ranking here, but as of right now, it just seems pretty good. Like, it doesn't seem like it's going to break the Jackal PDW. It's not going to be better than the vast majority of SMGs in this game. The Ladra is just an average fine SMG. Barely missing out on the top 20, however, coming in at the 21st spot is the Stoner 63, but they didn't call it that for some reason. The Fang 82. Why does Call of Duty do this nowadays? I don't understand. They just refuse to call guns by what their names are. They just are like, nope, it's not that, it's the Fang. Like, no, it's not the Fang. This is a slow-firing LMG, by the way. I forgot to mention that. This is definitely a very slow one. It doesn't have the most ammo in the world. It has a pretty interesting recoil pattern. It's actually pretty good. It's only, in my opinion, slightly better than the PU-21, but I will say it looks a lot cooler. Like, it kind of looks like, it does look like the Stoner 63, and I liked how the Stoner 63 looked. Breaking its way into the top 20, however, my friendos, is going to the wonderful PP919. I just realized something, by the way. I keep calling it the Stoner 63, and new gen kids are going to think I'm talking about the Stoner 63 from Black Ops Cold War. I'm talking about the Stoner 63 from Black Ops 1. They look completely different. The Black Ops 1 version is so much cooler looking. Either way, breaking its way into the top 20, the PP919, or what we know as the obvious PP90M1 from Modern Warfare 3, is pretty fine. It's pretty good. You can have like an insane amount of ammo in it, which makes people think that it's automatically good. It's the bullfrog effect. The bullfrog from Black Ops Cold War, everybody thought was like broken just because you could have like 80 rounds in it. Dude, it's an SMG. It doesn't take that long to reload. You don't need 80 rounds. And if the gun is just average, having 80 rounds doesn't matter. And that's how it is with the PP919. Coming in at 19th place, however, this is the problem with these new Call of Duties, man. I meant to say this in one of my other videos, but I completely forgot to. Every gun feels so similar. Like, 19th place is the Krig C. The Krig C is obviously a remaster of the Krig 6 from Black Ops Cold War. Everybody loved the Krig 6 in Black Ops Cold War. In this game, it was good. It was a good assault rifle, especially when it first came out. It felt actually really broken when it first came out. It had, like, no recoil. It was, like, an actual laser. The fire rate is definitely a little low for an assault rifle in this game, but again, how the Krig C, how does it feel any different from the AIM-EZ or the Model L? Like, in my opinion, it just doesn't. As a matter of fact, they feel so similar that coming in at 18th place is the Model L. Yeah, again, man, I know they are different and they look different, and so that's good enough, you know, I'll take that at least they're not like literally copy pasting guns like in Modern Warfare 3 that they just did when they did the Striker and then the Striker 9. What was that? Then they did the WSP Stinger and the WSP Swarm. They were the same gun, Call of Duty. That was a little frustrating, but again, dude, everything I said about the Krig C applies here with the Model L. They feel exactly the same. The Model L has a slightly faster fire rate, but a slightly higher like recoil pattern. But besides that, man, you're not going to notice a difference. All right, coming in at 17th place, however, is the last shotgun, in my opinion, the clear, obvious winner for the shotguns. I don't even think it's that close. The Marine SP. It's the pump action shotgun in this game. Pump action shotguns are either absolutely amazing and great in Call of Duty games or horrendous, and it really honestly depends on hit registration and health that you have. Marine SP one-shots, and that's all you need to know. If it one-shots, it's good enough, and the Marine SP does. It's just really fun to use, too. It's not even just, like, better in terms of, like, oh, it can one-shot, but it's also a lot of fun. It feels more satisfying to get a pump action shotgun kill than it does to get a semi-auto shotgun kill. However, coming in at the number 16 spot is even more satisfying to get kills with the LW3A1 Frostline. This might be a hot take, because I guarantee everybody else thinks that this is like the best sniper in this game, because it's the fastest handling bolt action sniper in the game. The other two bolt action snipers in this game, well, the AMR Mod 4 isn't bolt action, but it's a one-shot gun, so people do use it, but that one's slower than it, the HDR is slower than this, and the LR is slower than this, so this is the fastest one. However, it gets so many freaking hit markers, it's unbelievable. I can't use it. I cannot use the LW3A1 Frostline if I'm going to be sniping, if I'm going to be quick scoping. I would rather use an LR, even though, yes, it is slower. I know, it's like the first time in COD history where I've done that. The vast majority of snipers in COD, they give you two bolt action sniper rifles, and usually the one that's faster is always higher on my lists, but in this game, the LW3A1 Frostline just gets way too many hit markers. However, coming in at the number 15 spot, and the final one for the good tier, before we get into the amazing tier, is the Grekova. Yeah, it's the best secondary in the game right now, in my opinion. I mean, will they add one in the future, like add a DLC pistol that becomes just absolutely broken and you can use it like a primary? Absolutely. They always do. They've done that since Modern Warfare 2019. As a matter of fact, no, they've done that since Black Ops 4. No, they've done that since World War II. No, actually, they didn't do that in World War II. There was no real secondaries in World War II. They were absolutely busted. So yeah, since Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3 actually, because then 1911s and Black Ops 3 were broken. So yeah, it's been since Black Ops 3 where they've added DLC secondaries that are like literally better than freaking, than primaries, and that's how the Grekova feels. It's a full auto pistol that's absolutely broken, but I guarantee in the future there will be a better pistol. But now we are into the amazing tier. So the guns in this tier, man, they're just great. They're not quite meta, like not everyone's using them, but people are still using them when they get bored of the meta guns, and they're still definitely very viable options. Coming in at 14th place is the C9, or obviously the MP5. It's your starting SMG, and it's just well-rounded. It's just like every other MP5 has been in history. Pretty low recoil, not the fastest fire rate for an SMG, but a good range drop-off, and just overall a good combo between like an assault rifle SMG sort of hybrid thing. It gets the job done, and it's fun to use. I like the C9. I've always liked the MP5s. It also just looks cool, because I like the MP5 looks. Coming in at 13th place doesn't really look that cool, if I'm being honest, but definitely is a little better in terms of performance. The SOG. The SOG is obviously a remaster of the SOG 9mm, but it doesn't look anything like the SOG 9mm from Black Ops 4. Excuse me, I just burped. And yeah, it's fine. It's super fast handling. It's one of the fastest handling SMGs in this game, actually, because of how small it is. But obviously the payoff, or the caveat, the downside to that, whatever. The the consequence to that is that the gun does not have the most damage or range out there, but you're going to be staying up close and personal with the SOG, and as long as you know to do that, it'll be pretty lethal. Coming in at 12th place, however, in my opinion, is the best LMG in this game, and there's not really even that close of a contest, the XMG. The XMG is like a weird M4 style LMG. It's like an M4 LMG hybrid thing, and it's actually really freaking good, man. It has like no recoil, insane damage range, a pretty good fire rate, a lot of ammo in the mag, and it handles fast for an LMG. The XMG is just a great LMG, and it's actually a fun one to use too. Like, LMGs are usually not my playstyle. I do not like, again, I've said it with the DMRs before, I don't like being slow. I like to get up close and personal to my enemies and get into closer gunfights, because that way I can hopefully use movement to win my matches, because I can't aim, and so I like to get up close and personal, and 9 times out of 10 that's only SMGs that can do that. In this game, the XMG can get away with it. Barely missing out on the top 10, however, coming in at the number 11 spot is the CR56 AMAX. Yeah, they brought it back from Modern Warfare 2019, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good assault rifle. This one, I will give credit where credit is due. Feels different. You know, we were talking earlier about the Krieg C and the Model L and the AMES, how they all just kind of feel the same. Well, this one feels a lot different from those other ones. It's its own thing. It's like kind of like, it reminds me a lot of like an AK-47. I know it's not an AK-47, but it does remind me of that kind of build style, and it's a lot of fun to use. It has a slower fire rate for an assault rifle for sure, but it pays off with the damage. Its iron sights are gorgeous. It's just a good assault rifle, and it's pretty cool. I like it. From one Season 3 Battle Pass weapon to the other, coming in at 10th place, breaking its way into the oh, I forgot to do 1 second. Breaking its way into the top 10 is the HDR. The HDR, yes, is brought back from Modern Warfare 2019 again. It's just as slow as it was in Modern Warfare 2019, but it's just as fun to use and just as satisfying as it was in Modern Warfare 2019. For those who don't know, the AX50 in Modern Warfare 2019 was like the go-to sniper. It was just really good. But the HDR was the one that you would use if you wanted to get those satisfying, like, it just felt like you were hitting them with a freaking pickup truck. And that's how it is in this game yet again. Is it like faster than the LW3A1 Frostline? No, but it will get one shots, and that's enough. Also, this is the part of the video, I've said it in every single one of these ranking all videos, but I'm going to do it right now again. I know that sniper rifles are not actually the best guns in these games, and realistically speaking, the HDR probably deserves to be in the awful tier, because the vast majority of us, myself included, are going to have a much worse KD with a bolt-action sniper rifle than we will with something like an SMG, even one of the worst SMGs in this game, like the Compact 92. However, that's why I rank it based on personal preference, because I enjoy quickscoping, I enjoy sniping. It's one of the more satisfying ways of playing these games. It's really fun, and at the end of the day, it's a video game. I want to have fun. So even though these guns don't actually deserve to be all the way up here, I'm putting them up here because of fun. There we go. That's like our disclaimer. We have to say it like every one of these videos just to make it very clear. Coming in at 9th place, however, is it's cool. I mean, it's at this point the novelty of it's kind of worn off, if I'm being 100% honest, but it's the PPSH-41. The PPSH, which was such a cool gun, and it still is, don't get me wrong. Like, I still think the PPSH looks awesome. It's still fun to use and everything, but it's just like, again, man, I just feel like at this point, you know, you added the PPSH in again, and I'm just kind of like, okay, it's back. You know, back in the day when they added it in, I was like, yes, the PPSH, it's back. Oh my god, I haven't played the PPSH since World at War. But now it's just kind of like, whatever. It's good, you know. It's at 9th place. It's in the amazing tier. Like, it's a great SMG. Don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't have that same feeling. Coming in at 8th place is the other gun that feels just like the Model L and the Krieg C, the AMES 85, or the AIMS 85. Even though I do think it feels a lot like the Model L and the Krieg C, there's no denying the fact that it's clearly better than those in a pretty significant margin, just because of the fact that everybody uses them against me. Every time I'm freaking playing Black Ops 6, everyone's running around with the AMES for some reason, and so it's got to be better, you know what I mean? In my opinion, they feel the same, and I think they're very, very similar, but the AMES is definitely a little bit better just because everybody just likes using it. So whatever they're doing is probably right. Coming in at 7th place, however, and the final one for the amazing tier before we get into the best tier is the Kilo 141. Yes, yet again, is another Modern Warfare 2019 gun that they brought back into Black Ops 6. They did that for some reason with like all the guns this season. I don't know why, but they just did. Okay, it was their thing. They wanted to do that. And the Kilo is definitely the best of the ones that they've brought back. It is just, yeah, it's great. It's actually better in my opinion than it was in Modern Warfare 2019. I know that's crazy to say, but the Kilo in Modern Warfare 2019 I never really thought was actually that great. Maybe it was really good in Warzone, and that's the reason why everybody thinks it was great, but in multiplayer, nobody really used the Kilo. It was usually M4, MP5, MP7, Growl a little bit here and there, CR56. No one really used the Kilo that much, and so I never really understood it, but in this game, it's definitely really busted and a lot of fun. But now we are into the best tier. So the guns in this tier are meta. They're broken in multiplayer yet again. I know maybe in Warzone these guns are absolutely horrendous, and if you pick them up off the ground, your family gets like cancer or something, so you just stay away from them. But in multiplayer, these guns are pretty good. Coming in at 6th place is the AEK 973. Remember earlier when I was talking about the SWAT 556 and how I said there's a much better 3-round burst gun in this game? Yeah, this is it. And when I say it's much better, I mean it's much better. The AEK 973 is like the clear winner when it comes to 3-round bursts over the SWAT. The SWAT is useless compared to this gun. It one bursts a lot. And it's almost as broken as like the original M16 was, but luckily it's in a game where a lot of the guns are broken, so it doesn't feel that way. If it was like in the game in Modern Warfare 2019 or COD 4, this would have been unbelievable. Coming in at 5th place, however, and I'm actually really happy that this gun is so good because, well, I'll explain in a second. It's the AK-74, which is obviously the AK-47, but they had to put a little funsy on there and call it the 74 instead, which just made me more confused because every time I think of AK-74, I think of the AK-74U. So why did they have to do that? It's called the AK-47 Call of Duty. You're so weird. Either way, yeah, it's an AK. And the reason why I said it makes me so happy is because I love seeing AKs be good because AKs are such fun guns to use. I love AKs. They're such cool guns. I've always loved them. I love the way they handle. It's just a lot of fun to use AKs in these games, and whenever they're good, I'm just a happy lad. And usually they're just like pretty good, but never like great, like meta. And in this game, it finally is meta. In my opinion, it's like one of the best ARs. Coming in at 4th place is like the pocket edition of the AK-74, the KSB. That's what I always thought about it. I know it's not technically the same thing. It's probably not even an AK platform, but I always feel like the KSV is very similar to the AK-74 in this game. It looks similar, at least. It's an SMG. It's the second SMG you unlock. It's just very well-rounded. Think of everything I said about the C9 and just kind of like improve it by like, not like a significant amount, but just maybe by like 5%. You know what I mean? Like the recoil, 5% increase. The fire rate, 5% increase. The range, 5% increase. It's just a little bit better in every way than like a weapon like the C9, and that just makes it absolutely broken. I also love the freaking iron sights on the KSV, by the way. It's such good iron sights. However, coming in at 3rd place, and in my opinion, the best sniper in this game right now, and the one that just feels the best, man, is the LR 7.62. The LR 762 is definitely slower than the LW3A1 Frostline. Like I said earlier, it does feel a little bit faster than the HDR and definitely faster than the AMR Mod 4. It's another bolt action sniper, but the good part is it doesn't get as many hit markers as the LW3A1. This gun just feels so satisfying to use. It is unbelievable. I love using the LR. It's an absolute blast. It hits like a truck. It's a big, heavy sniper. Is it definitely, again, are you going to be better off if you're a quick scoper, like mainly quick scoping like crazy with the LW3A1 Frostline? Probably, but I think you could definitely get away with quick scoping with the LR too. It's definitely viable. And coming in at 2nd place, I almost put it first, but I can't put it first over the other one. It's the Cypher 091. This thing is, first of all, I don't like how this thing looks at all. I'm just going to be 100% honest. I do not like the design of this gun. It looks weird. It's got like a wood body on it instead of metal, which in my opinion makes no sense. How would a gun with wood as the body function? Like, how would that even work? Wouldn't it just get burnt from like the gunpowder going off all the time? I feel like that would be a bad idea, but I don't like the looks of it. But I will say it's freaking busted. This gun is insane. It is literally like, it reminds me a lot actually of like the Honey Badger in the sense where it's like an SMG AR hybrid. It's very fast for an assault rifle, but has the range and no recoil that assault rifles have in this game, and it just makes for a really good combination. Even though the Cypher is absolutely broken, it's still not enough to beat 1st place, which is, in my opinion, still the Jackal PDW. Yeah, when this game first launched, it was unbelievable, and then they nerfed it, and it's still freaking broken. It is still clearly the best gun in the game, in my opinion. It is I can't even really pinpoint exactly what it is that makes the Jackal PDW so great either. Like, it's just good. It has an insane fire rate. It's got a very easy to control recoil pattern, great iron sights. It handles incredibly well. It's one of like the fastest SMGs in this game. It's just so good. It's so good, which kind of makes sense because it was the gun that they were offering with like the pre-order bonus, so of course they were going to make it broken. That way you wanted to buy the pre-order bonus. But either way, yeah, the Jackal PDW is great. It's also a lot of fun to use too. It kind of reminds me a lot of like, this gun more reminds me of the SOG 9mm than the freaking SOG does in this game. It reminds me a lot of like the MSMC too, the way the gun is like built. The magazine is like in the handle. It's a good gun. However, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video ranking all 46 Call of Duty Black Ops 6 guns from worst to best. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see in the comment section down below. Check the links in the description for all my other social medias or any of my other YouTube channels or any of that stuff. Check my channel out for any of those YouTube shorts I've been making and the Road to Master Prestige videos. I want to see any sort of feedback on those. You guys are definitely seeming to enjoy both of those series, so which is good to hear because I like making them and it's fun so far. So that's a good thing. And yeah, that is obviously the end of this series, ranking every single Call of Duty gun in every single COD game from worst to best. Some guy said that at the end of the series we should make a video ranking the first place winner of all these COD games and ranking all the first place winners from worst to best. And so that's probably going to be the next like big video. Obviously the next video will be a Road to Master Prestige, but the next big video will be a that's definitely going to be the video I decide to do. So that I think that'll be a lot of fun. Actually, I think that was a great idea. So whoever came up with that idea, thank you very much. I think it's going to be a grand old time to do that. But after that video's done, we're going to need another series idea. Now we don't need to do a series. We could just do sort of top 10s or random ranking all videos or anything really. It doesn't really matter. But I do like to do a series. It kind of feels fun to go through like every COD game and look at certain things from every COD game. I've already been talking about this for a while. I've been talking about this for like since the start of this channel, honestly, and I still haven't done it, but I'm thinking about doing it now, to be honest. Ranking every prestige emblem in each COD game. I know it's stupid and you guys might not like it or whatever, but I really want to do it. I don't know why, man. I love prestige emblems. It's just such a fun thing about Call of Duty that they have over any other first-person shooter, in my opinion, is the way that you level up. It feels so different and unique and a lot of fun. And it's because of prestige emblems and prestiging and stuff like that that makes it feel like that. And so I really want to do that. So maybe that might be the next series, but who knows? If you guys come up with a good idea for a new series, maybe I'll look at that instead. I also want to do more zombies videos. We haven't done one of those in quite some time, and you guys definitely seem to enjoy the zombies content, so maybe we'll do some more zombies videos in the future as well. But either way, yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please just like, comment, subscribe, do all that great mumbo jumbo, das vidania, and have a nice night.